Welcome to Disaster Party Podcast. As always, is Rob Daniel, joined by my co-host.
Oh, whoa, daddy, it's your boy Andy Vivians. It's Bivians, for I am the one true, whoa, daddy of Vivians. I and see your American icon. And today, I gotta say, it's looking pretty new, because tonight, we're on episode 72. Whoa, daddy.
Ooh, actually, you pulled that one out of nowhere. Andy, you sound way better. The best I think you've ever sounded.
Man, I'm on cloud nine right now.
Because you sound
Cloud
better?
nine. I sound better. I look better. I feel better. Lights better. Studio's better. I can't wait. So, for those of you that can see on YouTube and can see our pretty faces, I don't have the normal background behind me because we are now in a studio. Yes, we have upgraded to a studio. I'm excited. It's the first time that we're using any of this, and I can actually sound good. Uh, you can see me clearly, and I won't have robot voice anymore. So R.I.P. robot voice,
And then 5 minutes later.
right? And see what happened was.
Told you. I knew it.
He'll make a return
I'm sure of it.
if if I keep pounding these.
I took one of Taylor's cucumber blessings
Oh, how is
from
that?
Millhouse. It's not my favorite thing, but I'm drinking
No.
it. No, no, good.
All right.
I'm more of a. They have a cold one. It's called the cold one.
Okay.
Yeah. So I normally go for those, but this was in the fridge, so I'm trying it.
There you go.
Speaking of that, did you know that me, Brent, or B Rent, and Shawnee D are going to the Impact pay-per-view
Say what?
on Saturday at the Civic Center?
Ooh, that should be fun.
Andy, why aren't you on that show?
I keep asking myself the same question.
Ah,
I
man.
should be. I should be. I should be on that show. Well, I can tell you why I'm not on that show.
Oh, okay.
Because this Saturday night, the feeling will be right, will be defending my American championship, the IWF American Championship in Nutley, New Jersey. So I have prior engagements to my American fans and my people, so to speak.
Heard. Okay. You can't disappoint the fans. That's the whole point, right? You can't
I mean, I
disappoint them.
could, because,
No. Why
whatever.
would you
They don't
do
like
that?
me anyway. They hate me. They want me to go kick rocks. I tried to throw like a celebration party when I won the belt, and they were like, "You won it 5 minutes ago," and I was like, "Your point? It's still a celebration."
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like me.
Oh, well, I hope they wake up or you get what's coming to you.
Sucks to be them.
Yeah. So today's episode, we're just gonna kind of shoot the shit a little bit, and then we're gonna jump into a little news roundup. I know we haven't done that in a while. Um, yeah, we're gonna do some small. I think the idea moving forward for episodes is gonna be like maybe shorter episodes. Like we might do if there's a couple things, shorter things that we could talk about. I think we're gonna, you know, do a couple quick episodes about during the week and then release them during the week.
I'm down with that.
So you can get like a little bit more content from the Disaster Party Boys.
A little more of our faces. See our pretty faces everywhere.
What's that? What's that? What's up?
Say
And
what?
then I don't know about you. I'm passing this. I'm asking you right now on the podcast.
Let's go.
Shawnee D and I were talking about maybe doing once a month or maybe once every other month a horrible movie review
I'm down.
that one of us picks a bad movie and then the other three watch it, and then we review it together, and then we rotate.
I am 1000% down with that idea. I want to add on top of that. I think we should do that live in person.
I think we could do that. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be fun.
We watch it, and as we're watching it, we're just ripping it apart.
Oh, that would be long. That'd be like 3 hours of movie.
Oh,
I
all right, yeah, that's true. Maybe we can grab clips here and there, but I like that idea.
Because I have a perfect movie to start it off with.
I still need to watch, like, I think the one before that too.
Well, I know exactly what movie to start the horrible movie review, and I think it needs to be Fast Nine because I watched it last night and it was the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
Tis,
They
tis.
make fun of themselves in the movie, basically representing how bad it is. They joke about the fact that they're untouchable,
That's hilarious.
and they go to space. Like they literally go to space.
Wait, what?
Exactly.
You know what's funny about that too is I read somewhere the director was actually talking about how they wanted to bring it back to like a smaller series
Good luck.
because they think that it's gotten too big for what it is.
Yeah. You go see that movie, you're
Tell
gonna
me
be
they
like,
launch a car in space.
yeah, they do. And you want to know what the worst part about it is? 10 minutes prior in the movie, they show the people who built the successful spaceship couldn't even get the ship to go like 200 miles per hour without blowing up 10 minutes before in the movie. And then all of a sudden they couldn't even get it to fly, let alone go into space 10 minutes ago. But now they got it to work and to go in space and be successful in 10 minutes. No. The answer is no. That
you
doesn't
notice
happen.
you notice how when Paul Walker rode off into the sunset, which should have been the end of the Fast and Furious franchise,
Yes.
it's just gotten crazier and crazier and crazier.
That is absolutely true, the truth. Because
Like the
after
one after
that,
that was good,
but it
but
was crazy.
it was crazy.
And then the one after that was crazy. And then this one is the craziest. And then Hobbs and Shaw came out of one of them, and that shit was crazy, obnoxious, and didn't make sense at all either. And I'm okay with action movies. Obviously, not normally action movies aren't like the best movies in the world, right? But at least most of them somewhat make sense. Fast Nine is like a wannabe action movie with a lot more comedy than action, even though the action is a lot, the absolute comedy of the movie is way more. And it's like corny.
That's very interesting.
I can't even like, dude, it was so bad. And I at one point I was like maybe a third of the way in, and I was like, I'm gonna turn this off. This is really bad. And then I looked at it and I was only a third of the way through, and I was like, oh no, I'm committed. Let's just see how much worse this gets.
You
And
gotta watch it at that point.
it got worse the whole time.
I feel like that's what happened with me and Gotham. Like, I recorded Gotham on the DVR, and I watched the first like 4 or 5 episodes, and then I stopped watching. But then I had like 3 seasons on the DVR, and I'm just like, I should just watch these just because it's here.
And I was watching it because I was like, oh, let's just put this movie on. It's here.
And it's the worst when you get like halfway through and you're committed in one, and then you're like, I don't want to watch this anymore. But I've gotten too far to end it now.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a
I
bad
have to
movie.
watch it now. We can make that the first one.
I would love to.
I'm
Even though I
100%
would
down
have
with
to
that.
rewatch it because I would really want to write specific dialogue in the movie that made me just go, what? Or like specific scenes that I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. I want to know exactly those moments so I can
Well,
prove it.
I wonder if, for dialogue purposes, I wonder if they're trying to recreate The Rock and Ludacris's most infamous dialogue that was on the fly.
Listen, I thought Fast and Furious stopped being good after Too Fast, Too Furious.
Wow.
Yeah, the first two were great. That's it.
Wow.
Too fat, too
That was a
furious.
great movie, though. That was a great
Exactly.
soundtrack, too.
Exactly. And it
That's when
wasn't
Luda
too
was still
far
hot.
fetched. It wasn't too far fetched. You know, it was like they got hired by a drug dealer, or no, by the cops to, check out a drug dealer. Again, in the first movie, they were illegal street racers. Okay, so look, now they're being illegal street racers for this drug dealer. Makes sense.
Does make sense.
It makes more
Then,
sense than them going to the fucking space.
well, then they start pulling armored cars on chains with two cars. Or,
And
I'm
th-
sorry, a bank.
and then they
Two
start knowing
cars.
how to use like assault rifles and like military grade weapons and knowing how to fight against assassins and train military.
Listen, they're the Toretto family. They know all that.
You know the whole Shaw, whatever his name is, and his brother?
Hobbs and Shaw.
No, no, not Hobbs. Hobbs is the
Oh,
Rock. The Shaw brothers, whatever they are.
yeah,
You know that they were like trained killers. Like trained killers. Like that is what they put the storyline. Like they were trained killers.
yeah.
Okay. And now you go back to two trained killers, and then you go back to the Fast and the Furious when they were just street racers. And these street racers are now have the ability to kill and outsmart two trained murderers,
Listen,
like assassins,
they have
in
years
what,
of training.
5 years, 3 years? What?
Guarantee you, the next one's gonna have Paul Walker's kid.
They tease Paul Walker's kid in this movie.
Oh, do they?
Mhm.
Saw that coming.
And they imply that he was in one of the scenes, but
I gotta see it. I gotta.
well, it's on HBO Max. And actually, I was gonna add that the Batman, the new one, Robert Pattinson's Batman, if you didn't know, it is now available on HBO Max as of April 18th, which is today.
As of today.
So if you haven't watched the Batman, I would say go watch it now that it's on HBO Max, and then go listen to our review of it, which we did about 3 weeks ago.
Wow, it's been that long.
2 or 3 weeks ago, yeah, I think so.
That's still a great movie. And now
It
every
is.
time I see like anything all red, just Nirvana pops in my head. Something in the way.
I like that remix.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Even the
Um,
remix of the Batman was really good.
yeah, I might go watch it after this. Who knows? I might just put it on,
Yeah,
put
I'm
it on in the
definitely watching it,
background.
man.
You know,
So keeping it in the Bat family, CW's Batwoman is actually getting a comic book.
interesting.
And it is, if I can get my handy dandy notes here, um, she's going to appear in DC Comics in Earth Prime, Batwoman 1.
Earth Prime, Batwoman 1. Okay,
Which makes a ton of sense, seeing after Crisis on Infinite Earths. And that
you
entire
are
storyline.
talking gibberish to me right now because I don't know what Earth 1
So,
means.
spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't caught up on CW. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Whatever, it happened like 2 years ago. So, CW likes to do big crossovers. So they have like Arrow and Flash and like their respective episodes, but they do like a 2-night deal. So Arrow might be on the first night and the second night will be Flash. So in Arrow's episode, the Flash will appear, and then in the Flash's episode, Arrow will appear. So they do that for a couple of years. They've been bringing in new people, Legends of Tomorrow, all of that. Crisis on Infinite Earths had the Flash Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Black Lightning, uh, Batwoman, and Supergirl all in this big giant crossover. And it was like a 5 night crossover. They split it in half. And it was pretty much like the Earth's like pretty much disappearing and disintegrating. And they find out that it's the Anti Monitor taking over. And what winds up happening is they mixed everything from HBO DC, so like um, Teen Titans, the '82 Batman, the Adam West Batman, because Burt Ward was in it. All of those they put together, and then they pretty much said like everything is tied together. At the end of that, Oliver and all the crew create a brand new Earth that is now Earth Prime. It's the only Earth that is left in the DC universe, but everybody is on this one Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So, where during the entire CW series, you had Supergirl on a different Earth, so she had to use a device to get to Barry Allen, the Flash, who was on the same Earth as Oliver. And then you had Batgirl on a different Earth. Now they're all on the same Earth, which is called Earth Prime. So the CW, the comic is pretty much following like the CW show. It's just like an extra spinoff from it. But it's cool because they did that with the Flash too. I didn't get a chance to read it, but I heard it was pretty good.
Okay, that was a lot, but I got it. I followed. Um, but didn't the Batgirl show? It was originally like Ruby something.
Ruby Rose from
Are they going to put that canon in this, or are they just pretending that that didn't
oh
happen?
no, yeah, she's a part of it. She's a part of CW, but Ruby Rose isn't Batwoman anymore.
No, I know that, but I'm saying
Yeah.
like, are they going to like the comic book? Is it going to acknowledge Ruby Rose's portrayal of Batwoman, or you think they're just going to move from the
Mm,
current character forward?
I think they'll probably acknowledge Kate Kane,
Okay,
but probably not Ruby Rose's Kate Kane.
got
Because
it.
when Ruby Rose left the show and they had the new Batwoman, they pretty much said Kate Kane like died in an airplane crash. And then they find her later on, and I think she dies somehow later on. I haven't caught up on the latest season yet,
uh,
but somehow she's killed off again. So
okay,
now it's just the one Batwoman. But
okay,
yeah, they'll probably mention her.
okay. I just didn't know how canon it was even in the show. I didn't know if it was like one of those things that was like, yeah, that happened. I
Pretty
just kind of
much. Pretty much. They're like, ah, yeah, that was there. All right, we'll
we're
move
done.
on.
Yeah, exactly.
CW's known for doing stuff like that. Like they had the one crossover, and Brendan Roth, who plays Adam, was walking by Supergirl, and Supergirl Supergirl looks at Barry and goes, "Wow, he's a splitting image of my cousin." And it popped me
Mm.
exactly because he played Superman in Superman Returns, and then reprises the role as Superman in Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Does he really?
Yep. Yep.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
And what's the other Superman show?
Lois
Really
and
famous one.
Lois and Clark.
No, the one where he never gets his suit.
Oh, Smallville. Love Smallville.
Smallville. The guy who plays Superman for Smallville reprises his role. So does
In suit?
Lex.
Wait,
Yeah.
in
No,
suit?
no, no, not in suit. He's still in human clothes, and
Boo.
he pretty
Boo.
much gave up his powers, and like this Supergirl's Lex Luthor is like, you could join me, and he like punches him in the face, and he's like, I'm not have my powers anymore, but I'm still stronger than you. And then
Cool.
kind of walks off. Uh,
Because at the end of Smallville, he gets his suit,
yeah.
which is the most annoying shit in the world, but I got it. Like, I understood it. That the whole 10 seasons, 10, no suit. And then, like, the last 3 seconds of the show, it shows him in full suit. And not even like, it doesn't even show him. It just like shows him flying. And
I
it
would be
implies he had the suit on.
I would be very mad. They did that with Gotham,
Wait,
but
you
they
didn't
did it
watch? You never
horribly.
saw Smallville?
I saw a couple episodes. I didn't see a lot.
Oh, Smallville's really good, dude.
So I was gonna watch it because I heard Green Arrow was in it, and I was like, all right, I'm down. And then I saw the suit for Green Arrow, and I was like, I'm not watching this.
Oh no, but it was so good. Dude, Smallville's the reason why Green Arrow or Arrow got started.
I saw the Batista episode where he's a Kryptonian.
Yeah, it's just so good. It's just
Yeah.
Smallville. I haven't watched it in a while, but I had all 10 seasons on DVD. Like I really like that
Oh,
show. Yeah.
maybe
And
I
the
gotta go back and watch it.
um Aquaman is the guy who is in This Is Us. The Hollywood actor in This Is Us. I forget his name. Kevin, maybe? Kevin? Um
Um, you're not talking about Peter Petrelli from.
no, that's the dad
Oh, okay.
in This Is Us. No, I think his name is Kevin. And he plays Aquaman in Smallville. I don't know the actor's name, but
Hmm. I might have to
he
go back and watch it.
it did so good. Heroes was so good too. They ruined
I
that.
wish they brought Heroes back.
They did, and it was not good.
Oh, it was trash.
So
Well,
they
the
did.
last season was trash too.
Well, didn't they do season one, two, three?
Three.
Got canceled, or
Yep.
four? It got canceled like three or four, and everyone was like, "Oh, it got canceled because of the writer strike." And then they brought it back like 5 to 8 years later,
Oh, so terrible.
and it's just not even close. Like
It
not
didn't
even
live up.
close.
You know what killed it is when they made Siler human.
Was that the newest season?
That was no, that was I want to say season two, either the end of season two or the end of season three, where Peter blows up because he's got everybody's powers in him,
Mm,
and Siler's trying to take it so that way he could be the ultimate. And then you had what's his name with time who could stop time and was like a ninja
Nakamoto,
assassin. Yeah, Nakamoto. That was
or
my good. That was my dude.
I think his name is that.
Uh,
Yatta.
Yatta. It was such a great show.
Yeah, it really was. I still have those DVDs, the box sets.
Do you?
Yeah.
I watched it on Netflix when they had it.
Season one is still, I think, season one of Heroes is, I think, one of the best seasons, like opening, like season one of almost any show I've ever seen.
Oh yeah,
And then after season one, it just went to shit.
yeah, yeah. Actually, I think it is the end of season one
I
where
don't think
Peter
so.
blows up.
Oh no, it was like they saw it in the future.
Oh, okay.
It like didn't come true yet. It was just like a future vision.
The guy with the horn rimmed glasses.
Hmm.
That bastard.
Save the cheerleader, save the world. People are probably like, "What the fuck, guys? Like seriously."
That show has been on for what, 10, 12 years?
They're so good though.
Oh, I loved it. Loved it.
That and Lost, I think, were my two shows at that point.
I watched Lost because I played the game.
The game was good. The show was better.
I got halfway through the show.
Oh my god, dude!
I never finished it.
How?
So
You still don't even know what the smoke monster is.
I was playing the game and I was watching the show. And then the game pissed me off, so I stopped watching the show.
Oh my god! You don't
Yeah,
even
you
know
played the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You remember how the game ends, right?
No.
You're back in the plane, you get
Uh,
off,
yeah.
and then you get shipwrecked again, and the game starts all over again. So I literally played that game for nothing.
But it was a good game. And
It was a good game.
You wait, so you don't even know like who the others were or what the black smoke monster was? Like you don't know any of that.
If I rewatch it, maybe.
No, because if you finish at season three, we went 7 seasons. A lot of that stuff wasn't answered.
Oh, then yeah, probably not.
Oh my! And the hatch, the Dharma Initiative. Like, do you know?
I mean, I know of it.
Oh man, you missed.
I
out
don't
so much.
remember it all, but I know of it.
You missed out so much.
That game made me so mad. So mad.
That show made me so happy. So happy.
That's what kicked off all these CW shows.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's cool. Like DC's good with comics, and I think DC's good with CW shows. If they try to put a movie together, they can't put a movie together to save their life.
Let's talk about it. Do you see Discovery? I think bought DC,
Yes.
and they said that um, they basically want to refresh the DC universe again, and they want a Kevin Feige esque person to like manage ship,
Which I'm okay with because a lot of his stuff is good.
but they don't want Kevin Feige. They want someone like him.
Yeah. They also, what was his name? Hold on. I have it here. Um, David Zazier, the CEO of the recently merged Warner Brothers studio, believes that Superman didn't get his moment to shine and he was just pushed away to the side. So he wants to revitalize Superman and other superheroes like him.
I don't know what that means.
Yet, I mean, I could see how he came to that conclusion
I
because you
can't.
had, well, you had Man of Steel, right?
Hmm.
Superman movie. Then you
Superman
had,
Returns.
no, I think he's just talking of recent,
Oh, okay.
like the recent run that DC had. So you had Man of Steel, and then after Man of Steel, you had Batman vs Superman, which the movie was essentially about Batman.
Hmm.
So it overshadowed Superman. Then you had Justice League, which Superman was only in the end because he was dead the entire time. And then he didn't show up again.
Okay. Now that you put it that way.
You had Wonder Woman, who had her own movie, and then made her debut in Justice League, or in
A-
Batman vs Superman.
And then she was in two of her own movies, Batman vs Superman and Justice League.
Yep. Batman was in Batman vs Superman.
Yep.
All of Justice League. He was one of
Yep.
the main characters.
He was also in Suicide Squad.
Yep. So where's Superman?
Uh,
Dead.
Aquaman has two of his own movies. Flash is getting his own movie.
Yep.
What about Cyborg?
And they all had cameos in Batman vs Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Flash and Aquaman were in Batman vs Superman.
Yep. When Bruce is at the back computer looking through the flash drive
Oh, but that's
that
not the
Wonder Woman was stealing.
actors.
Yeah, it was.
It was just their photo.
No, Flash was in the convenience store and he was getting a carton of milk, and he zipped off, got the murderer, zipped back, and grabbed the milk or the
Oh,
can.
okay.
Aquaman came out from the ship in the shadows and had the trident and then attacked the cameraman. Cyborg was being electrocuted and then being put together. So they all had their own cameos in Batman vs
True,
Superman.
true.
And it was supposed to be a Superman movie. It's supposed to be Superman 2. But it was Justice League, the prequel.
Yeah.
And then what doesn't make sense is that they're doing that, and he says he wants to revitalize Superman, but moving forward wants to use Supergirl
Okay.
and Batwoman
Okay.
as the new Justice League,
I
which
did
is
hear
dope.
that. I did hear that.
But you can't revitalize Superman.
Well, I think the reason why it like if you think about it, I think the reason why they're doing that is that I think they have Wonder Woman locked in already, like the actress. They
Yeah,
have Flash locked in already, probably for more than, another film or two. Same thing with Jason Momoa. And they don't have Superman or Batman. So, okay, how can we make it make sense? Okay, Supergirl, Batgirl.
I've heard they were going with an all-girl cast.
That'd be interesting. I think, but I mean, I'm all about girl power. But also, wouldn't you want to do like the super team? Isn't that like the whole team up? Like Marvel has
Yeah,
a good mixture of both. At first they didn't, but now they have a really good mixture of both.
yeah,
And like, I feel like if you went an all girl Justice League, it would almost take away from like Justice League because then it's not
I
like.
agree.
But again, I have no problem with it. It's just I think that yeah, it wouldn't be the Justice League movie then.
No, it would be something completely different.
Yeah, like if you wanted to change the name, then yeah, but I don't think it would be Justice League then at that point.
I feel like they should have done like Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah,
Bring in Siren, bring in Supergirl, But
yeah. I mean, cool. I'm
I'd be down to
interested.
see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Same here. I think it can be cool, but I don't know. I'm not saying like Justice League needs to be all guys or whatever, but I like if you look at the traditional Justice League, to have it all one, because even the original team is not all just all guys. So, but
Yeah, it's a mixture.
yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, because they had Hawk Girl, they had
hmm
Wonder Woman. There's another one I can't think of who it was.
Black Canary, right?
Black Canary. No, she was in Unlimited, but she was in eventually.
A version of
Yeah,
Justice.
yeah. It was like that second go around of like animated series.
Yeah.
So I think they had like Zatanna in there too as well.
See, I'm not. If you wanted to say Marvel, I can go, but DC, that's the extent I got.
We might have to do like a DC versus Marvel episode, and like you pick your Marvel people, I'll pick DC people. We'll put them up
Okay,
against each other.
I think that'd be interesting.
That'd be pretty cool. Um, Speaking of TVs, I'll move away from DC. Um, Ted apparently is getting a TV series.
Ted, like the doll, the bear
Yeah,
doll.
yep. It's coming to Peacock from Seth MacFarlane and is gonna take place in '93. So they're looking at a prequel of Ted.
Okay,
I don't hate it.
I'd have to see it to judge it.
I don't hate it, but it's on Peacock.
Mm, True. If it was like HBO, okay.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but also maybe for like the new fans, like you got to think that could be like because what Ted 2 was maybe honestly like 10 years ago.
Was it 10 years ago?
It has to be. I feel like it was like 10 years ago, Ted 2.
That just killed my soul.
So now you're thinking 10 years ago for that movie. There's a reason why there wasn't a Ted 3, you know?
Ted 2 was kind of bad.
Yeah. So if you 2015, so 7 years ago.
All right. Yeah, that's still.
So again, there was a reason why there wasn't a Ted 3, but also think about all the kids that were like, I don't know, 10 to 12 then are now 17 to 19. So
Yeah.
17 to 21. So it might fit into that age group. But
I
yeah, I don't know.
see. I mean, Peacock lost me when they got the network and literally took everything out of the
Oh,
network.
the WWE network.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, we can't have this, or this. So
Yeah.
here's Raw from this week.
Yeah. That's why people are thinking that HBO might be the streaming service for AEW
I can see that happening.
because it's more adult.
I can see that happening. I can also see AEW creating their own streaming service too,
I don't
especially
know because,
having the ROH library.
but the WWE network clearly didn't do that well since they, you know, Peacock bought them out
Oh, they had a great run though.
for like 5 years, but then after that, it was like they weren't growing. I think at most they had 2 million subscribers total, like the high, and then
Yeah,
after that first 2 million, it sat at like 1.5 million. Think about it. Like Disney Plus has hundreds of millions of subscribers. Peacock
Yeah,
has probably hundreds of millions of subscribers. So, in the sense of me saying that WWE Network didn't work, it just was not as an individual network like that. It didn't work. It needed to be a part of a bigger thing.
I definitely think it got more
Eyes.
eyes on it for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, and it was a easier way for them to take the wrestling brand and put it into a different market. Which people who might not watch wrestling on the regular might turn on Peacock and be like, "Oh, WrestleMania is on tonight. Let me click and
Exactly.
see what happens."
Exactly.
Um, I don't know. I see AEW just being like, "We're gonna be our own entity. Like we're gonna create like our own streaming service."
But if you, I don't think so. But I mean, maybe because I look at WWE had all the all the old footage, right?
Hmm.
And the new pay-per-views and all that stuff, like and they made it 5 years. AEW will have a smaller library, even though they have our ROH now, a smaller library, and they have less pay-per-views, and it's more of a nichey thing than WWE right now because AEW is not as mainstream. So if
True. I think for the diehard ROH fans though, like it was hard to watch ROH. Like you never really knew when it was on for a lot of people, or that's what a lot of people were telling me. Like they didn't know where to find it.
yeah,
They say like, hey, you can go back and watch old ROH tapes. Like a lot of people got a chance to see the first time. You know what I mean? So it might be a bigger draw, but you never know.
yeah, I think it would be. I think it would do better on an HBO because they could put it like on the main screen and people that are like going to watch a movie, they're like, oh, what is this? And they have a little clip of like hardcore matches or something.
Oh, I agree.
Oh shit, that's cool. And
They'll
then
definitely get more eyes.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Which AEW is still building their brand, so they do need more eyes to increase you know the
Yeah.
audience. So
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Um, I don't know why. Like, I think that would be a good move for them if they
I
went
think
to
so too.
HBO.
Yeah, I
Do I
don't
see
think
them creating their own? 100%.
okay.
But it would be dope.
Either way,
Yeah. It'd
either
be
way.
dope just to see the ROH library either way.
That's true. Because I could definitely picture like you, B Rent, and Shawnee D coming over and us just watching like old school ROH shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that's why I loved like on the network when WWE had the network, you can go back and watch all the old NWA events that were on there. You know,
Yeah.
you couldn't watch that unless you like went on YouTube, and 9 times out of 10 they had like a 3 second clip or like a 5 minute clip. But it's only some places that have the full matches. But
Yeah, sure.
would be dope. Um, so Indiana Jones is coming out.
Movie, a show, a
A
series
movie, Indiana Jones 5.
with Harrison Ford.
Yep. And apparently,
Shia LaBeouf. Is Shia LaBeouf still in there?
probably not.
Oh
I
man.
don't think he's acting anymore.
Well, wasn't he his son?
He was his son. That
So
was a
how are
good
you gonna?
movie. That was a really good movie. I don't know if he's acting anymore. I
Well,
heard he
either way, how are you gonna explain that?
he left the family business after getting attacked by snakes. Uh,
Totally.
but apparently they want to go back to like the original feels
Okay.
of like the old Indiana Jones, and that made me think when I read that is it kind of feels like they're going back to like Halloween did. Like Halloween went back and they literally recreated part two.
Yeah, which still was shitty.
Yeah, it had a moment. It had its moments.
The ending was shitty. The ending was shitty. How about that?
You didn't like Super Mike?
Mm. You didn't like, hey, I'm standing here for a purpose to get killed, and I knew I was gonna get killed. That's why I came in here.
Oh no. Oh no. I like when you walk through 15 different houses for like 10 minutes straight.
Mm, such a bad movie.
But
That
yeah,
it.
so
Listen, that Halloween movie is still not as bad as Fast Nine.
I feel like we're gonna have to rewatch Godzilla vs Kong.
Yeah, if we can ever get El Jefe Mar back on here.
Fact though, still one of my favorite clips from the Disaster Party podcast. Me and you going back and forth on Madison and the crew.
Madison and Crew are the worst people in the world.
Oh, they're the best. They're
No,
the
I
greatest.
hate them so much.
Moving on from Madison and the crew. So apparently, no, we're gonna stay with Madison and the crew.
Mm.
Theme: Call of Duty Season 3 Classified Arms trailer finishes with a radio broadcast. Okay. At the end of that radio broadcast, it sounds like the infamous, legendary roar of Godzilla.
I thought you were gonna say that the new Stranger Things season 4 trailer came out. You went a different way than I thought you were going
I
to.
did go a different way. Although I do love that too, because I just saw that and it looks amazing. And I've been waiting for that for a while.
Dude, I haven't bought a Call of Duty game in 6 years.
The last one I bought was for PS4. And that was probably 4 years ago. And it still pisses me off till today, too, by the way.
Because you bought
Because
a Call of Duty game 4 years ago?
that too. Because I just stare at it now. Can't even tell you the last time I touched my PlayStation. But
You should
no,
go play
like
Guardians.
I want to.
It's so good.
I was playing Star Wars
No,
and I put that down for a while. I haven't touched that in forever either.
Guardians.
Well, I deleted Call of Duty again because for the eighth time, it had the eighth update that took 18 hours, and I got to the point where I was like, "Fuck you and your update. I'm not doing it." And it's like 160 gigs to update it.
A
It
game
takes up
that's
all your
4 years
space.
old.
That's still going strong. Grand Theft Auto 5 had that same effect too, but that was because they kept coming out with new online stuff, which is pretty much essentially the same thing Call of Duty's doing.
But they're making you pay for it.
Oh yeah, everything's pay to play now. Nothing's
Yeah.
full anymore.
Not if you're part of NFTs. That's called play to earn, baby.
Say what?
You already knew it. Oh, you want to know about play to earn games? Hmm.
Talk about it.
Hmm. Maybe you
Talk
should hit
about
me
it.
up. Maybe you should hit me up.
To
I
talk
I got
about
the
it.
hookup on a game that's coming out in November. That's gonna be like a Pokemon game on your
Oh,
phone, and you're gonna need to catch some Pokemon. Or they're not Pokemon, but that you have to catch them, evolve them, train them, work through gyms and dungeons, do
oh,
raids.
oh.
Do I have the hookup? Am I
Do
a
you?
am I a VC? What's up?
Oh, oh.
Maybe I'll give you some alpha another time.
Say what?
It's coming to iOS, Android, and PC.
That's huge. That's huge.
Play to earn.
Bay.
Exactly.
That's wild.
You never. Creeps is technically play to earn,
Yeah. Yeah.
but this is
So
going to
say,
be an actual phone game.
that's wild.
Yeah.
Just shows you how much crypto is getting there,
Oh, it's getting there.
becoming mainstream.
Oh, here's it. You like NFTs? You like New York City? NFT NYC is coming up in June. I'll be there
Oh,
at the Creeps party.
oh. You know you're gonna have to take some content, right?
At the Creeps party.
Might have to get some content.
At the Creeps party.
Take pictures and get videos.
At the Creeps party.
Get some interviews. Get some swag.
At the Creeps party.
Where you headed?
NFT NYC, baby.
Oh, whoa, daddy.
Excited for that.
I like that. That should be a lot of fun too.
Yeah, it should be. And I like NFTs that get involved with like big events like that. And actually, speaking of that, we had Coachella this past weekend in California, and the Loveless City crew were represented on a bunch of buses over at Coachella. They had the Loveless Jean collection on their buses. It looked cool. Go check out the Insta. Go check out the TikTok. You see it.
Ooh.
But apparently, Coachella is coming to Fortnite.
Yes, sir. So apparently, the players will be able to listen to a selection of the songs from the artists from Coachella. People like Harry Styles, Billie Eilish, Doja Cat. Whoa, daddy. I've seen them do some stuff like this before, and I've seen them throw like huge, like during like the lockdown, they threw like a huge concert in Fortnite where
That's cool.
they were performing, but it was with it. I forget how they did it, but like they were performing within Fortnite, and it was just another way of them getting their music, getting their content out there to the world. And I'm like, that's wild.
That's cool.
Yeah, Fortnite's still kicking around. I don't know how.
I know how. People are still playing it, and they actually just took out. You know when you did PvP or player versus player, like the battle royal.
People would build a giant wall, then blow it up and kill you.
Yeah, they just added a no build. So like
I need that.
the battle royal without any of the building.
I can play again, or I
Yeah.
can attempt to play.
I still see, I don't know, people slept on the Fortnite actual like story mode. People slept on that, man. I paid
I didn't
six
know there was a story mode.
Yeah, bro. There I paid $60 for that game when it first came out, and it was like a beta, and it was Fortnite. It was the beta. I'm telling you, like people didn't know about this game. It was not like a well-known game. And it was a beta version. It wasn't even the real version. And it was a story mode of basically it was the end of the world and the zombies took over, and it was like post-apocalyptic zombie apocalypse. And each level you would have to go and like either find a van that you had to rescue, and you would have to build a big fort like around the van as like you filled up these balloons to let it fly away. So you'd have to protect something, or you'd have to like go through the city and find survivors and save the survivors from zombies, like, and you have zombies attacking you.
Oh, that's wild.
And like you then like there's other things you have to like guard a little protection area where the survivors can go to. You build the base, you put the traps on the base, and like zombies, and you like build it so that the zombies lead into it, that it almost becomes like a tower defense game. And you got like spikes coming from the floor, flames coming from the side, and it just the zombies are just coming through the same pathway, just getting rocked all the way through it as you're like just shooting at them.
That's wild. That reminds me of another game that was similar like that, where you had to like kind of like survive the night. You were given like a stick and had to find like all of your ammo and stuff.
Oh, think I know what game you're talking about. I can't
I
figure
can't
it
think
out.
of the name of it. That's pretty cool though. Like I would rather play that than wall building and then get shot out of nowhere and be
Yeah.
angry the entire time.
The funny thing is that it was the story mode for like months. It was just the story mode. And then all of a sudden they released the battle royal thing out of nowhere. Like it was not part of the game in the beginning.
That's weird.
They added this battle royal thing and then they made it free and then a bunch of people piled into it. Less people played the story mode and then all of a sudden the multiplayer thing went through the roof. I think I maybe played 10 matches max of Fortnite.
I've tried.
But the story mode, I've paid 40 to 50 hours worth.
See, I would do that. I would play that.
So much more fun, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I would play that 100%.
Yeah, loved it.
Yeah. See, yeah, I couldn't do the building. The building is what made me mad.
See, in the story mode, I liked the building, but you had time, and it wasn't like fast building.
Oh, okay.
Like you know how like you can build like a wooden wall.
Hmm.
Like in the story mode, you can build a wooden wall and then upgrade it twice to make it stronger, so that the zombies it's harder for them to break through it.
Oh, so that makes sense.
And then like the steel and the stone, like there's three levels of each one to make them stronger to protect it from the zombies.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, that I would do.
yeah,
Not
that's the fun part.
not building a castle in 5 seconds and then
And
somehow
then
dying
getting it destroyed in 2 seconds.
or getting trapped inside of the castle and I can't break my way out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't like it either.
No.
But
No.
is there anything else on your list? Because we've been
Uh,
going for a little bit.
I got one last one, which is kind of cool. I haven't played, but I've seen a lot of like video play with this, and I know it's a little popular. But Ghost of Tyrosima finally found a screenwriter to make the live action movie. Uh, I'm gonna butcher this, but it's Takasai Dosker. Previously wrote Romance Only and Blue, which was a twist on like a Japanese monster. So it'd be kind of cool to see that. I know the gameplay was dope with that, but
I don't know what game that is. So yeah, that's awesome, man.
that's that giant bloody ninja sword swinging game, not Ninja Gaiden, but
See,
the
I'm
other one.
thinking my first mind went Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah. No, this was like it looked like a Metal Gear Solid movie esque type
Uh,
game. I think it came out for like Xbox One and PS4 and PS5.
uh, I don't know.
Yeah, but be cool to see.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, I mean that's it for our little just hangout today. It was just a hangout. We're just testing out things with the studio. As you can see, the back of me is getting emptier and emptier as weeks go by. So yeah, we're just testing something out. Again, next week we might test something else out. We're just trying to get on flow. Again, we're gonna plan out that horrible movie Fast Nine description because that shit was terrible.
Can't
Um,
wait.
but yeah, um, just keep tuned. We'll keep you guys posted on what's coming up. And as always, remember to like, share, rate, review, comment, and subscribe to Disaster Party Podcast on all social media platforms, including the YouTube, the TikTok, the Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And remember to give us a five-star rating on all podcast apps because that does help us with the algorithms, and we appreciate that. So if you like us and you listen to us, give us a 5-star, please. And thank you for Disaster Party Podcast. I'm Rob Sedano.
I'm the American icon, the one true old daddy, Andy Bivians.
And we are out.
Oh.
Bye. Bye.